Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a good day. Today is finally the day where we can talk about WWE 2K18, and that's pretty exciting, baby. So 2K invited us out last week. You guys know that for the most part. They wanted to know what we thought about 2K right now and what we think they should add to the game in the future. And they also gave us some information about 2K18. So if you guys want to hear what I told 2K, there's going to be a video in the cards of this video that you guys can check out. And or you can just go on my channel and see it. It's the last video before this video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about some of the stuff. There's going to be a couple of videos today kind of going over WWE 2K18 and what some of the focus of the game were and some of the changes and everything. And this video is going to be the first of a couple. And we're going to talk about a couple of things. Remember, if you guys do enjoy these videos, to leave a thumbs up, show some support. And we'll go ahead and hop right into this, and I'll try to give you the bit of information best as I can. So the first thing that we saw when we went to the 2K offices was a little infographic about the community feedback project, kind of showing off all the posts that were made on the forum about, you know, different stuff that people wanted to see in the next game or problems that they had with the game or, you know, stuff like that. You guys pretty much know what the community feedback project is. I just thought it was cool that they had an infographic up because a lot of people, I think, dismiss the community feedback project. I won't lie that even I sometimes dismiss the community feedback project. Sometimes, I mean all the time. And it seems like they said that a lot of the decisions they make are little changes from what they see in some of these posts that are from the community feedback project. And they showed off some of the feedback, and the absolute most feedback from you guys on the community feedback project was the roster. The roster had 3,619 posts mentioned, and that's compared to the next highest, which was creations at 1,500. So the roster is absolutely the most thing that people give feedback on, which I thought was crazy. These are just some fun statistics for you guys. And then the third one is match types, which came in at about 1,100. So roster, creations, and match types were the biggest feedback items for WWE 2K17 going into WWE 2K18. Now, let me talk about this because I think this was some pretty interesting information they gave me. So a lot of you guys know about the face scan system that 2K uses, and now when 2K introduced this, they had an option. They could have went with the one that more people think would be better, like the EA-based one, or the face scan system that they're using right now. And they use the system that they have right now because it allows them to create wrestlers that can't get face scans for. So like deceased wrestlers or people that they can't get into the offices or anything like that. It's easier for them to create those superstars. The downside of the system that they're using right now is that created wrestlers in the game will look a lot worse. And you know, a lot of people want more EA-based face scanning and stuff like that. But 2K was pretty adamant when they said that they're not going to be switching their face scan system, just based on the fact that this one allows them to create the wrestlers in the game a lot better than the other face scan system they could have used. So that's the information they gave us. I thought that was just some interesting information that maybe some of you guys wanted to hear, because I know a lot of people were not very happy with how the face scan system is right now, and I won't lie, it's not very intuitive at all. You know, like, I try every single year to take a picture of myself and put it on a character, and it's just not working. But that's just kind of like the price you got to pay. Thankfully, there's some very, very talented people on the 2K creations that can create stuff that I just couldn't even believe. So yeah, thank you to you guys out there that are out there grinding, making these characters. I really appreciate it. I mean, that's just absolute skill, because it's crazy how non-intuitive it is to create a wrestler with the picture and everything. It's hard. It's not easy. But that's kind of like the price we got to pay for them to be able to get a lot of the, you know, characters that we want into the game, you know. All right, so in this video, we're going to be focusing on a couple of things. So making WWE 2K18, they focused on 4 things. They focused on Be Like No One, which was the tagline of the game. They focused on realism. They focused on the most comprehensive WWE experience ever, and multiple man and woman mayhem. So those were the focuses going into WWE 2K18. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Be Like No One tagline, so we'll jump into that. So the Be Like No One tagline is the one they decided to go with this year. They said they had a couple up on the table, but they really wanted to do it, and they thought this year was the year to finally go with that. They said Seth Rollins had been wanting to be on the cover. He said, why are all these legends on the cover? I'm trying to be on the cover. I thought that was pretty interesting. But Be Like No One is a focus on MyPlayer base game modes and your MyPlayer in general. So MyPlayer is going to be the main focus for WWE 2K18 right now. So there's going to be a new MyPlayer based experience all around, all across the board. There's going to be new progression upgrade systems. They didn't really exactly go too deep into this, but there's going to be new progression and upgrade systems for your MyPlayer. There's going to be different fighting styles for your character, so different types of wrestlers are going to be for your MyPlayer, and that means how they wrestle will be different. So let me try to explain that a little better here. High flyers can't do certain things, so if you pick a high flying character, you know, he's not going to be able to do certain things that a big man can do, and if you pick a big man, you can't do certain things that a high flyer should do. So there's going to be player archetypes for your MyPlayer this year. So, you know, if you look back at games like, and I'm not too sure, they didn't really go too deep into this. They just kind of gave us the nitty gritty on that. But what I kind of thought in my head here was like, you know, I happen to be playing Day of Reckoning right now. And some of the stuff that you do in Day of Reckoning is you put points into different stuff like aerial moves or map-based moves, and you can only unlock moves based on how many points you put into that. So if you put all your points into map-based techniques, you're not going to be able to, you know, unlock some of the bigger high-flying moves. So that was something that came to my head when they said player archetypes. I don't think it's going to be exactly like that. Obviously, I think that, you know, especially with the way technology is nowadays, you can definitely do a lot more than just, you know, having a menu and then putting up high flyer and stuff like that. I think that this is definitely something that piqued my interest a lot. You know, I think that that's definitely interesting based off of what we got with MyPlayer pretty much the last couple of years. I think that was some pretty interesting information. Now, speaking about your MyPlayer, of course, we're talking about MyCareer, which, of course, MyCareer is going to be all new this year because it absolutely needs it. 2K17 MyCareer was just flat out not good. That was just the truth of the situation. It just, you know, you started off and it was okay, and then you got a little bit into it. Maybe you got to your first WrestleMania. Maybe you didn't even get to that, and you're like, I am already tired of this. You're facing the same person all the time. You win a championship. You face the same person, you know, trying to retain your belt against the same person at every pay-per-view. It gets, you know, it's just not fun. That's just the flat-out situation that we're in right now. So they kind of have to redo this MyCareer, and they said it's going to be an all-new MyCareer Experience. The first thing, they came out the gate with this. They said free roaming backstage. Free roaming backstage, people. Crazy. Exactly what I wanted to hear. Exactly what I want to hear. Taking MyCareer to that next level. Making it not just a menu-based system anymore. We got a free roaming backstage. And I was like, yes. Thank you. I wanted to hear so much more about this, but like we're going to come out with more information as we get there. But I was like, oh, I want to hear more now. They also said the promo engine is going to be completely redone because, as you guys know, the promo engine in 2K17 was just not good. It just wasn't. Half the time, I swear, it just doesn't even give you the right thing. You know, I don't know if there's going to be voices or anything. They just said they just said this. We redid the promo engine because we needed to. The promo engine 2.0 is what they're calling it. So that is a definite need be. There is also going to be a new story in MyCareer. You guys know that there's some sort of story most of the time in MyCareer based on certain things like the Paul Heyman guy thing last year. I don't think that that was very good. You know, MyCareer was basically just loosely, I don't even want to say there was a direction because there wasn't. That was one of my biggest things with MyCareer last year was there was really no direction. This year they said the new story is going to be more narrative driven, which I was all for. That was one of the things I told them when I said feedback. I was like, I don't feel like MyCareer has any direction right now. It just feels like you're just flopping around doing whatever, and it's just like, okay, you're a champion now, man. And it's like, well, what does that even mean? You know, what am I doing any of this for? And when they said there was a new story, it was more narrative driven, I said, yes, thank you. So that was something that I really wanted to hear. Now, also for your MyPlayer, because like I said, MyPlayer is a big focus this year. There's actually going to be a new online mode called Road to Glory. And when I heard new online mode, I tried to prod them. I was like, what does that mean? What does that mean? What is that? Because like for the most part, online is more or less ignored by 2K. When it, you know, they don't put a lot of love into it like they do the offline experience. And that's just the flat out truth. So I was really, really happy to hear an actual new online game mode, especially a MyPlayer game mode. I was like, oh, okay, you piqued my interest there. They didn't really go into anything here. They just announced that there's going to be a new mode called Road to Glory. And I was like, oh, baby, that sounds neat. So I'm excited to hear where they go with that. Hopefully it's good. You know, hopefully that's all you can do is have some optimism about it. And we'll see what they announce. And then lastly, in the Be Like No One, they announced the Creation Suite changes. So there's going to be a new create a match, which is basically a better version of match editor. So you can save your match types. You create a match type, now you can save it. Think of it like Halo. This is what I came to the second they said you could save game types. I was like, oh, so it's like Halo, where you can save custom match types and go back to them later. You remember on Halo, maybe you and your friends were playing with gravity hammers. You got like a gravity hammer free-for-all, and then you can save the gravity hammer free-for-all. So like a week from now, you can go back to your save game modes on your hard drive, and it's like, oh, there's that gravity hammer free-for-all, and we can just play that again. So that's kind of what it is. They actually, the matches that you save actually show up in the match type menu, which I thought was really neat. So I was super excited about that. So in the menu itself, in the match type menu, whatever you named, whatever you got up there will show up in the match type menu from what they told us. I was like, whoo, sounds pretty cool to me. And then, you know, for create a superstar, create a video and all that kind of stuff, they said they're polishing all these create modes from the ground up. They said they need a lot of love, and they're not wrong. They're not wrong. And I thought that was really cool. They also said for the highlight, like the replay stuff, they said that there's going to be a free cam. There's going to be a free cam. I said, okay, we'll see. We'll see about that. You know, we'll see about that free cam. I also, when we got here, I also told them, if we're not going to do the story designer thing, which I'm still not 100% if that's happening or not, you know, I don't think, they didn't say anything about it. So I don't know, you know, we don't know information on that yet. That could just show up randomly. Hey, here it is. Who knows? I said, look, if we're not going to do this for a creative video, can you at least categorize the creative video stuff? Make it easier for us to figure this stuff out. Because right now, I don't even know what's going on half the time I go and create a video. First off, it takes 20 minutes to load one video. That's horrible. The loading times are very bad. I just wanted to know about that. And, you know, I was like, just help us help us maneuver through the menu. So that was one of the things I told them when they were giving us this information real quick, because I forgot to tell them that when we were discussing what we would like to see. I just said real quick, hey, please help us categorize the creative video. Please, for the love of God. And they said to look into it. So but yeah, MyPlayer based experiences, creation suite, road to glory, new MyCareer, Roam Backstage, baby. Lots of new stuff here, guys. So that was the Be Like No One focus. On the next video, we're going to be talking about the realism part of WWE. You know, this is one of the other focuses, of course, is with the new simulation-based stuff. They're realism-based, and we'll talk about that in the next video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one, got some new information. Remember, if you did, leave that thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys are not subscribed for more of that goody good on my channel, and I will see you guys next time. See ya!